My life in general is a constant battle to try to find order, I think, in a pretty weird world. I spend a lot of time struggling with kind of existential thoughts or just ideas of why we're here. The thing that gives me kind of balance is when I'm in a musical environment that's really clicking. The band consists of our pianist, it's a piano trio, David Dower, Chris Grant, a phenomenal drummer, and my name's Luke, and I play the bass. And we're a trio, and we've played together for around 8 months. I am involved in a bar in southeast London, in Loughborough Junction, called the Junction, and bit of a plug.
I met Luke in Perth by chance. He was filling in for a gig in the middle of nowhere in the Red Desert, and I was thinking about moving to London, and he encouraged me.
Luke was talking about getting in some new talent, some new players to change it up, and he mentioned this young up-and-coming piano player from Australia, David Dower.
Through that's how I came across Chris, and Luke sorted us out with a regular gig at a bar, which is, you know, a musician's heaven to have a creative outlet with some nice people.
I decided that it would be a great opportunity to get great musicians to play with me, and then they'd be forced to play with me because I'd be the proprietor. I've been playing with Chris for like 11 years, 10 years, something like that. So we kind of know each other really well. And when we met in London, we got together and drank beers and chilled out a lot.
I've been playing drums now since the age of 12, and I was primarily self-taught. Learnt drums at church, and I kind of it was something that I kind of picked up quite quickly, and something I really enjoyed. And I remember being at church and just waiting for the service to finish so I could run up and play the drums. As a group, we play a lot of popular tunes, actually, in a jazz context, and we tend to take popular song forms and really kind of mess with them, make them pretty, but also kind of mess them up as well.
There's an explorative side to it, which is really fun, and it treads this fine line between serious and silly, which is, I think it's a healthy line. There's no one saying, when it goes silly and a bit out there and we're trying new things, there's no one at the back going, nah, I don't like this, we shouldn't be doing this.
I started playing a Maton fretless electric bass, and one of my lecturers said, "Get a fretted instrument, you're horribly out of tune." So I got a fretted instrument, and then I started on electric bass. And so the double bass is new for me. It's new within kind of the last 6 or 7 years. So I'm still trying to get my way around it. And playing with these guys is like just an astronomical rise in my playing.
Is that okay?
Send that to Taylor.
Would she like it? She's pretty open-minded. Luke and me have quite a fun harmonic connection. He's always keeping an eye on my hands and trying to tease out of me some weird stuff. I started piano at 6, and it was kind of by accident. My mum had paid for a term of lessons for my older brother, and he decided one morning he didn't want to do it anymore. So I was sent up with a note saying, "You can teach David for the next term." And I just never stopped. I remember being quite young, and my punishment for doing something bad was a week of no piano at the age of 9. And I got through 2 days and snuck some cheeky piano in.
David is a pretty kind of vivacious character, and it comes through in his playing, and it's really fun to try and kind of get involved with that and try to build ideas. And then he also listens really hard as well, so he'll work off what we're playing. Juicy, otherwise known as Chris, is a real stable guy. He's the most stable guy I've ever met as a person and as a player, but then just out of the blue will just go crazy. Just in mannerisms or something, and that kind of shows through in his playing as well. And so he's a really, really solid player to play with that's really incredibly interesting.
Chris is always throwing bullets at you. He's a goalkeeper. You can't get anything past him. He's going to jump on it straight away and probably make it better than what you tried to do. It's a great trio, and it's been a privilege to record with them today as well.
I really, really wanted to record for posterity, first and foremost, because, a culture or a civilization is based on what it records. But this thing that we had, it will evaporate without any kind of stone writings on the wall. It's a chance to get into a studio and see what happens.